everybody. Let me just have a gander at the old YouTube to get the chat up. If it's somewhere. If it's somewhere, it is. YouTube Studio. Yeah, man. Where are we? Where the hell are we? Create, go live. Hoping it was. Aha! There I am. That I am Philly, the best. Yes, you are the best because you're first one in here. How are you? Might be an echo for a second, but I am just gonna check that the microphone is working. Check that the microphone is working. It sounds like it is. Okay, hold up. Mic test 1 2 1 2 3 4. Mic test 1 2 7 8 10. How are we? How is everyone? Right. I do want to clarify before the stream does get going. I have had, for some reason, a weird cough and snotty nose for the past week, and it's been bloody annoying. It caused me to not record a video last week, so I didn't have one for this week. And if I do start coughing during this stream, all I could do is apologise. So apologies in advance. If it does get annoying, I don't care. Put up with it. Luke Klaus! Sorry, that was a bit dramatic, but how are you, my friend? It is so lovely to see your name in my chat. Can we get a special shout out to Luke Klaus? The real one. Home of the realist. Get a special shout out to Luke Klaus. Okie dokie. Right, I think we're good. Why is it when I start to stream, my nose decides to then suddenly be like, yeah. Alright, top chat. Live chat. Why does YouTube do that, by the way? Let's not jump straight into fire. I don't know why YouTube does this thing, but it's like, when you open your chat, it just goes straight to top chat. And it actually means that some people just randomly get blocked off that list, so you can't see them chat. Like Philly, I couldn't actually see your message, but then I switch it to live chat, and it actually shows me your messages and everything everyone's saying, so I don't know why it does that. You got 2 releases for Record Store Day today. Well done. Oh man, I hope this isn't gonna be a massive challenge for that stream. I feel like I need to go blow my nose. I don't have a tissue on me. Oh no! What did you get? Sleep Token Caramel 12-inch Caramels filled single. Oh, I did not know that was a thing. That actually sounds like quite a cool little record, that one. Look outside your window, self-titled album. Well, that is a good little haul for you. I hope you're happy with that. Sounds like you are. Oh my god, I'm actually a legend. I was starting to cook this when I was last here. I can't hear audio. Hold up. Hang on. Awful. There we go. Right, if someone can let me know if everything sounds alright, sounds good, sounds marvelous, and yeah. Caramel's actually a tune. See, I'm not familiar with those artists. You cannot be fucking joking me. I've literally not fucking had a runny nose all day. Start streaming, my nose is just dripping now. Sorry if that's a bit TMI, but we need more Lucasade in the system. Y'all ready for this? Right, so name of the stream today I dropped my big old beef, but today we are going to build the larger house. Well, we're not building a larger house. We are basically going to expand this house, so then we have storage area. As you can see, we have space underneath. You know what? I was really hoping this was going to look nice, but it just looked like there's a black cloud over this. It's not got the feng shui I was hoping to have feng shuiing. Not as much feng shui, but it's some shui. Everything sounds good. Amazing. Thank you, Luke. You should really listen to Sleep Token. See, I've heard the name come up quite a few times, so it probably is someone I should just, check out. So, I have a bit of dilemma. Because what I essentially want to do is make it so then this whole area down here is essentially my like area for stuff, for storage and stuff like that. I don't know what that means. I have a way I like to do my storage areas, but the issue we have is sand. With sand, it tends to destroy the land. So it's something where I think I'm going to have to do like a bunch of like sandstone all the way down and then put the sand blocks back on top of it. That way we don't ruin the landscape. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Plumduff's in the building! Hello! RP your rock wallet, because that was... Ooh, 8 quid. Also had to buy... Of course you had to buy the Taylor Swift record for your sister. Honestly, I feel like Record Store Day would, like, lose 50% of people if there wasn't a Taylor Swift record. It feels like they always have to rely on there being a Taylor Swift record so the normies can get involved. And then claim their collectors. And then you get all the people. I have made a video, I filmed it earlier today, and it's probably why my throat's, like, not as great and my voice is more croakier, because I haven't spoken in ages. But I filmed a video today just kind of, like, sharing my thoughts on Record Store Day, and just kind of, like, well, how I'm feeling with it, because it doesn't really feel like it's quite... You know, the vibe that it used to be. I feel like this year was, like, very lackluster, particularly for, like, rap. I feel like in other genres it's actually been pretty good, but just for hip-hop and rap it hasn't felt like it was it this year, which is a bit unfortunate. And then I think there's, like, other stuff, say, like, the long queuing time, or, like, the amount of people who, like, queue super early, like, and plus on top of that, scalpers. I feel like it's kind of ruined the vibe of Record Store Day, which is a bit of a shame. But that all gets covered in that video. But I'm glad, like, some of you have had a pretty decent Record Store Day. $25 for a bloody 7-inch. Bloody hell. Yeah, honestly, those... Thing is, they do know that those will, like, resell for mad money. So they kind of have to, like, make it, like, put it at a price where it's, like, not... They get something from it. But at the same time, it is ridiculous. Okay, right. What should we do, chat? I think I need to sort out my inventory for one. For one, we do also need more sandstone. Remind myself how to do it. I think you put it into a furnace. Also, Luke, I don't know if you're still in chat, but I'm not going to lie, mate. I have been watching a bunch of your content over the past week. So I hope you appreciate all the extra watch time. But I don't know what it is. I just get, like... I think part of it is a bit nostalgia, but I also think part of it is just, like, I genuinely enjoy watching your content, and just, like, yeah, I don't know. I've just been watching a lot, and then today I was just watching, like, your old, like, actual, like, videos instead of streams. And it's just, like, calming. Oh, but that was pretty successful. Yeah, that's pretty good. What time did you have to, like, actually get there, then? Because if you've got the Taylor Swift record, you must have been there dead early. Because I feel like that's, like, probably the first one to go. Oh my god. See, I was also thinking if I stream Black Ops 3 Zombies, and part of me is a bit like, maybe I should. Actually, no, I didn't want that. Oh, I didn't want that. Put a tulip there. I'm going to do a bunch of sandstone. Which will make sense eventually. Because where I need the sandstone will be about there. And then, if I just mark out where I need to be, this will just help me figure out exactly where I need to, like, lay everything out. So, I want it there, so I need it there, ideally. There we go, right. So what that should allow me to do now is I can just find where those blocks are, and then I can just build straight along. I'm not going to go, like, ridiculous. I think I just want to keep it realistic for now. I just need, like, a big enough space to put stuff right now. But it should work out eventually with this whole little storage area I like to do. I have a style, like, I don't know if you guys are the same with Minecraft, but, like, whenever I, like, make a world, there's, like, it's almost like it's like the canon event of each world I make, but I have like a really similar style that I tend to stick with every time I like make a storage area. And it's kind of like using oak logs, oak stairs, and then chests. So it kind of already a little bit like this, but stairs will go there, and then another set of chests there, and then you'll see. We'll see how it comes along. I just want to get in bed. I hope that guy doesn't prevent me getting in some rest. Oh my god, guys, I need to keep up with the chat. Again, apologies for snotty nose. I know it sounds like a 6-year-old, but I need a tissue and ICBA. Peep peep, welcome to the street sheep. Hey, well, and it's crazy. I should have got a notification of you when I was listening. Bro, I just knew you were listening to Encore. I just come out. Whenever you listen to an Eminem album, I start streaming. That's the rules now. 9 people in here. Welcome, everyone. There we go, finally. What time did you get there? It was like 7:30 AM. I was like 50th in line. See, last year for me, I got into my record, or I got to my record store at about that time, and I would say there was like 20 people in front of me, and I feel like this year there must have been just like so much more people, and I feel like it's just like getting more and more. It feels a bit more like I said it in my video, but I think it's like it feels very Supreme Hype Beast-esque in terms of like how vinyl collecting is getting in a way. Webby, welcome! Currently working but can't miss the world. Hey, appreciate you jumping in and saying hello. Hope your work's going alright. A ton of copies of the Taylor Swift 7. Oh, did they? That's interesting. Because I feel like scalpers would just like eat that up and just like resell like crazy. Okay, right, so the strat here is to basically, I think it would have to be on this side. So what I'm going to have to do, I will probably build a shovel for this because we're going to go for it like anything. But obviously because of the sand, obviously if I break this and then break that, that's going to go down. And what I don't want to do is like, I don't want to like completely destroy the view, like the landscape, just the landscape. So what I'm going to have to do is like basically put down like a foundation layer of just like pure sandstone. That way we can then put sand on top of it. But on this level, in fact, to be fair, this level can probably just stay sandstone. It's not too much of an issue. It's kind of like only when you really look at it when it stands out in it. But if we head indoors, find ourselves a... Let's just empty this because this is just... It's hurting my brain looking at how unorganized all this is. So apologies if this is making your OCD go crazy. You're not alone. Stick. I need another stick. And I need iron. Do we have iron? Right in my inventory. Why don't all of you blind? Why have I got it separated? Also, do bear with me. I will aim to like get to chat ASAP. I also do want to like play the game and not just like keep pausing, but also it is hardcore, so I do need to take a little wee care of myself, don't I? Yes, I do. What are you saying, man? Philly, what are you saying? Why are you deleting stuff? Dude, I love this guy. Got caught on the phone. Lol, better go out to work. See ya. Ah, no worries. Stay safe. Appreciate you. Don't get caught next time. Swifty trying to get the release, but I'm 9% people are just there. See, I find that crazy. I'm not saying Taylor Swift is bad, by the way. Like, I went and saw her live, and genuinely, I mean this sincerely, probably one of the best performances I've seen live. And I completely understand, like, not all her music's for everyone. I will say, like, I feel like some of her concepts are very repetitive. But overall, she is a good artist and does deserve the love. But at the same time, like, people who just go out just for Taylor Swift, like, I do feel like need to develop a bit more of a taste. Just a little bit. No offense to anyone who likes her. You're allowed to have faves. But if you're only collecting Taylor Swift vinyl records, get some more in your collection. Let's put my chicken over here. Right. Let's get down to business. Alright, where do we want to build up to? I feel like here is a good enough area where it won't be like too much of an issue. Where's the next one? Buddy, you come up here, you die, okay? So that's on you. Was it this one? Or was it that one? I think it was that one. Right, so I'm just basically going to create a massive hole over here. So then this way we can basically just get our thingy-madoodah. Create our roof. And hopefully this will just kind of be like enough for me to work with. Man, I feel like I need to zoom in on my chat just so I can actually see it. I feel like a boomer. I have to increase the text on my screen. Or maybe just pop out. Can I pop out chat? Yep, we can. There we go. Hang on. Oh my god. I understand why people do it. My eyesight feels so refreshed being able to read the chat in big bold text. Got caught on your phone, Swifties. Can you make a video about the Bully vinyl? I haven't actually pre-ordered it. Emma Taylor. Sorry, wait, is it just Emma? M.N. Taylor. M. I'm just gonna call you M. Sorry if that's not what you like. But I haven't actually pre-ordered it or ordered it at all yet. I feel a bit weird about Kanye. Like, I think he is actually trying to, like, make good from everything that he's done now and, like, actually apologize, and I feel like he is being sincere. But in terms of Bully, I actually did enjoy it. I feel like I didn't love it, and I don't feel like I'm in a desperate rush to, like, get the vinyl at all. But I'm sure I will end up getting it in the collection at some point. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, it just hovers. That's good to know. Good to know. Right, so now I feel like the best way of going about this now will be... Aha, there we go. We can see the inside of our base. Part of me's thinking if I need to go inside to do it, but actually it should be fine. We'll need to build another one. But, so you're about to see what I mean with what I need to do. So I'm basically going to just like fill this all in with this stuff. So then we can not have to ruin the landscape at all. I swear these days are going so quick as well, by the way. Like, we literally went to sleep not even 5 minutes ago, I swear. Right, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And understand the theory. God, I need way more. Yeah. I mean, even from here, it doesn't look terrible. But it's just because if I do really want to, like, build into this, as you can see there, all the sand's just gonna blow up. What's Chatter Rudy saying? Mess all these time type. Don't know if my last chat sent, but just subbed and started watching the videos, been loving. Hey, Swerve, hey, I did see your comment actually. I was going to respond to it later, but I did just want to say thank you so much for those kind words. I do genuinely appreciate that a lot, and like that those sort of comments are the sort of things that do just like help kind of like motivate me to keep making videos, because at the moment, especially just like stuff going on in life that I don't want to go into, it can be hard to like feel motivated and like to keep on going with this sometimes, but getting comments like that from people like you does just really help like motivate me to keep going with it and keep making stuff. So just want to say thank you very much for that comment, and I will do a proper response to it soon. But yeah, appreciate the fact you're liking the videos as well. not trying to be a pain. Wondering you saw your last message. Peep peep. What was your last message? Let me go back. Peep peep. Had to. I had got my first single, but I had to finish that song as I actually like it. Oh, you got to my first single. That was supposed to be my first single, but I just fucked that up. So, see, this is what I don't get about the Eminem Encore era. Had to take a loose break, sorry. But like, on that album, there is a bit of mid. But in terms of the song content, you either get albums that are like super duper like amazing, like Toy Soldier, Never Enough, Encore is the actual song, and also Mockingbird. Like, you get those like goated songs, and then you also get terrible songs like My Single, like Puke, Big Weenie. But at the same time, they're almost like written so well that like even in his like drugged up phase, he was still able to produce like hits despite them not being good. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, you know what I mean? Your sister has 6 copies of the Taylor Swift new album plus all the CDs. Fucking hell, see? And this is why vinyl variants are a thing. Because Taylor Swift fangirls buy them. What the hell? I can't talk, I brought all the Eminem stuff nearly. Do I have any vinyls from Mos Def in my collection? Black on Both Sides, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. I do have Mos Def in my collection. I have Infinite. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Hold up. Have I mixed my people up? Have I mixed up? I do want to clarify, I am undergoing a cold, so my brain may not be braining the best, and it doesn't brain at the best of times. No, I am getting confused, aren't I? Mos Def, no, I don't have Mos Def in my collection. Sorry, I got confused with Mobb Deep then. But no, I haven't. I almost considered getting it when I had the Interscope Vinyl Collective subscription, because there was like a version of that on there. But yeah, I do not have any Mos Def. I mean, the closest I've got is 2 words on College Dropout. I need more spades. I need more shovels in me inventory. Okay, right. So I'm gonna patch up the rest of this. Patch that up. Bring it around. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Beady 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 bum bum bum. Alright. We are gonna be sanded out. Okay, right, and then as you'll see, so this way we do not destroy the landscape. There we go, we can still keep the sand here without actually disrupting it. Like I saw. Right, you, buddy, it's cute that you're here and whatnot, but you're gonna have to go. Sorry, Zachary, but it's over. Sorry, I'm going quiet because I think there's technically someone at my front door, but there's not. Basically, where I live, it's next to a bakery, and literally as of like, oh my god, actually, story time. Story time. I'll be ready for a bit of story time. Police got called. There's a hook and tease. So, me and my partner, we sitting in the house last night. And then suddenly we hear a noise and someone swearing. And it sounded like at first someone had literally like beaten someone up with, like, that's how angry this person sounded. It was just one person in the end. And as I was saying, we live next to a bakery. Bakeries don't tend to be open past like 4 o'clock. They tend to close, lock up and do that and whatnot. So then last night, we're sitting here, it's probably about 7, maybe 8 o'clock. And then we hear this guy just like swearing and like suddenly like climb over the gate that's locked, and we're kind of like, what the fuck? So we kind of just like watch this person out of our window go into the back garden of the bakery, and then it seems like they're struggling to get in, and we didn't really know what was happening. So it does look like they eventually get in. It didn't look like they actually broke anything, but we couldn't tell because of how far away they were from like the entry point. So we just go, we're going to phone the police. Because we were like, it could be a break-in. Because we never get anyone like interact with that place, like at that time of night. So we were like, it must be a break-in. But we weren't certain. We were like, maybe it is a cleaner. And then they switch a light on inside the bakery. We couldn't actually like see them in there. We could just see the light was on. And then we basically phoned the police, and they're like, we think there's a break-in happening. And they're like, right, we're not going to class this as an emergency, but we'll send people over there soon. And then about 10 minutes later, my partner looks outside, and there's a massive flashlight in one of our neighbours' gardens, who is one of the police trying to find where we are, or where the break-in's happening. They come. I then go outside to like interact with the police who are like down our alleyway, because there's like a bunch of other businesses by us, and then say we're the ones who made the call, explain the situation, and then they're looking like over the gate, like how'd he do that? How'd he actually like climb over the gate? And then we're like, you can come upstairs, look out our window, because we had even like been watching one of the windows, and it was just like really weird sort of like abnormal behavior at the window. But it's like, it's in like the bathroom, so it's like a blurred window, so you can't exactly see what they're up to. Police come upstairs, 2 of them, come upstairs, look across the window, and we can see through the other window that is clear, just a guy with a vacuum. So we literally called the police about a break-in on a cleaner who just forgot their keys and had to climb over. But I'm not gonna lie, after the police left, and then about half an hour later when the guy had done his cleaning, he starts coming out and he just like literally screams like the C word, being really aggressive, and then has to climb over the fence again. So, end of the day, we basically phoned the police on a cleaner. That's the story. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, that was my Friday night. Right. Let me catch up on chat. Sorry, I know it's been a second, because I got into a flow state of telling you something. Next ordinary single when? Honestly, there's not going to be any more singles. Before this stream, actually, I was trying to work on something. Maybe we'll try and get a vinyl out for the project. No promises. No worries, man. I haven't found any channel that goes in depth with hip-hop vinyls, reviewing them in the way you do. Feel a great niche. Appreciate that, Swerve. Appreciate that. Infinite. Yeah, I got mixed up, didn't I? Decision to spend like $400 to get an amazing limited vinyl on my favorite rapper is very hard. J. Cole's limited edition. Oh, honestly, I haven't opened that one. It's tempting, but that one is such a sick cover. I love it. Something that always makes me think is, what was that OG track list of Uncle going to be? Honestly, that'd be so good to hear, and I wish they did that for the 20th anniversary. I know I've rambled on about that enough on my channel, but like, that would have been so good to actually experience a version of that. Going back to Reckless all day. Oh, yo, that's actually pretty sick. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize that was Slipknot, or like 4 hours, 12 members of Slipknot, whatever it is. 9. I saw Slipknot, and honestly, one of the best shows I've been to again. I know it sounds like I say that for every show I go to, but saw them at Download 2015. I might have actually seen them twice at another Download, but I can't remember. But the crowd interaction for Slipknot was absolutely insane. Right. Oh my god, I actually feel like I'm gonna have to just go and blow my nose in a second. Okay, right, let me just fix up the rest of this, although, despite getting rid of all the sandstone, or just the sand, it looks like I'm actually running out. Okay, right. I think what I need to do is definitely up my wood game. So let's just cut down a bunch of wood right now. And then we can get a move on with the storage area. I always find, like, I think for me when it comes to Minecraft and like setting up my worlds, storage areas is always like a priority for me, just from a sense of organization and just like being able to like know I've got a hub to like work. And then from there, what we do next, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with like this is a little just like house for now. I feel like maybe just getting like some farming kind of going would be good. It would be nice, if I don't die, if we can actually get ourselves to like the end, because I don't think I've ever actually like done a proper Minecraft world where I've like gone all the way to the end and actually like defeated the dragon. I always just kind of like build for a while, then eventually get bored, and then that's kind of my experience. I did actually do like a bit of a thing a couple months back where I basically just like went through like my old Minecraft worlds and just explored like what had been built, and I went to one where it was like a bit more of a multiplayer one, slash like two of my mates that I used to play with, and just a world we had created, and honestly it was like so good going back to, and I like in that world I had created so many like clearly not made by myself, but like I had clearly done like a bunch of builds that had been based on like other people's builds slash tutorials on how to do builds, and there was a really good lighthouse and whatnot, and part of me is a bit like I would actually like to do that in this world if I can. I do want to like keep stuff like as original as I can, so, and like I actually quite like the this little base that I've done here, but if we could do something a bit more with this to make it a bit more unique and a bit like more standout, I think that'd be really cool. So if you do have ideas for builds, by the way, do let me know. Actually, that is something that I would probably be good to do if we can like somehow build like a record store. Just to fit with the vibe of the channel, you know. You've been listening to Smack You a lot this year. Honestly, that's a great diss song. Love that. Pick this stream to eat lunch with. Well, Plumduff, what are you eating for your lunch? Also, where are you? Because currently it is 9:45 right now. Also, anyone excited for WrestleMania? Any wrestling fans in the house? Because I'll tell you what, I'm interested to see what happens, but I'm not exactly thrilled. And I also think I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow, if anyone cares, about WrestleMania. That way, I don't have to deal with staying up late, and also I can also skip through the ads. And the filler matches. I don't even know what matches are on tonight. I think it's the only one I do know is the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match. That might have just been a bunch of mumble jumble to you lot if you're not into wrestling. Alright. Let's just pick up all my stuff, all my things. All my things. Where are my things? Oh, I didn't get. Oh no, there are loads of saplings here. I didn't want to miss any. Did not want to miss none. Miss saplings. I hate the fact these trees are kind of gone here, but at the same time, they're a massive tree, and they'll be nice for the environment. Let's get all this. Do. Oh yeah, we do have a hoe on us. Give me that hoe! Give me that hoe! Vinny! How are you? A shrimp burrito. A shrimp burrito? Is that actually a thing? Is that a normal thing, chat? Is a shrimp burrito normal? I'm vegetarian, which isn't as normal, I know, but is a shrimp burrito a normal thing? Because to me, I wouldn't expect shrimp to really belong with a burrito. But you do, bro. Hope it's tasty. Don't watch WWE. Pretty sure Jelly Roll is a special guest for some fucking reason. Bro, don't even get me started on the celebrity stuff. I think he's actually involved in the main event, and it's part of the reason people hate it at the moment. AEW is my company. I love AEW as a wrestling company because they actually love professional wrestling. And that is something that WWE very clearly don't. The best way I can put it for any of you guys who don't really follow wrestling or aren't interested, I know it's not real and it's predetermined sport, but the way I can put it is WWE, it's almost a parody of wrestling, whereas AEW is almost what wrestling is. That's how I see it. Doing great. How are you? I'm not bad. I'm not bad, Finny. Actually, my nose for some reason has become really snotty the second I went live, so I'm kind of fighting through that at the moment. I haven't been coughing the stream. I've been coughing all day, like quite badly, like from my throat, like from my insides. I've been coughing, like quite bad. And then the second I stream, stops, but then my nose just starts running. So if I sound like, then apologies. Right, we have a spade. Ollie, let's do the mission you're going to do. And this is why I struggle streaming. Because I have several missions that just end up just, you know... what am I trying to say? I get on tangents and like I try and like interact with chat because I think if you're gonna stream, right, what you should probably do as a streamer is interact with the chat who are actually trying to interact with you. I think that's an important thing as a streamer to do. Sure, go on side tangents and whatnot. However, the only issue I find with it is whilst trying to do gameplay, especially in Minecraft where you kind of got to be a bit active in terms of thinking about what you're gonna do, is I get very distracted and I will just do points where I'm like just reading chat and I might just be stood here. So if that's not as engaging for you, I do apologise. I do apologise. And speaking of which, shrimp burrito is a totally normal thing. I've eaten it several times before today. Well, now I know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing a shrimp burrito info with me. Pete wants Randy to win and can't stand Cody. Honestly, I think Randy will win. The thing that I don't like is the fact that I've just realised a mistake. Right, chat, can we spot the mistake here? I didn't actually need sandstone. Yeah, but I also kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do, because where the doors are, this level at the very least, that's quite annoying. Yeah, it's going to look ugly, but whatever. Hopefully it will look less lessened. Somehow. Don't worry, bear with. Side tangent, why the fuck is Jelly Roll always trying to insert himself into sports? He also did the shittiest World Cup song for this year's edition. What? He did the World Cup song? Honestly, can we also, like, agree, is Jelly Roll, like, an industry plant? Like, the dude, I know he's had a lot, like, go on in his life. I know that because of the promos he cuts in WWE. But, like, dude literally felt like he came out of nowhere and then suddenly was on like an Eminem song and just like appearing everywhere, and I do not understand where he came from. Like, dude just spawned in and was like, yeah, I am him. And I've been watching AEW since it started because I was watching Kenny and the Bucks in New Japan. Oh bro, you've been following way before me then, because I always, for me, New Japan, it was like one of those things I always heard about, but it was one of those things that I never really like bothered to like really go into, which is kind of on me. But I think particularly now it's like very much a point of like there's so much wrestling content that trying to keep up is like such a challenge. But New Japan definitely good. It's just light this up before we get too many mob spawns. Swear. Oh yeah, I do have pickaxe. But no, AEW is like my home for wrestling. I absolutely love it. I love what they did with Darby Allin the other night. I love the characters that they have a part of the show. I think they just do wrestling to another level. I'm not saying maybe not another level. I think they do it to a point where it like feels like they actually respect you as a fan, and I feel like that's something that more companies need to do. Because at the moment, like particularly WWE is a good example. It's just like, so we have a massive fan base. We want to expand, so fuck everything we've done to actually make fans appreciate us. We're gonna like get a load of celebs involved. Makes no sense. Nose has been going crazy too. Annual allergy. See, I don't think I have hay fever. That's a cough, sorry. Actually, speaking of which, water break. If you haven't already, make sure to get some water. Seems like for people who really want to know lore, he's been a rapper since like... Are you on about Jelly Roll? Philly. It seems like for people who don't really know the lore, he's been a rapper since like 2005, releasing 20 mixtapes and 10 albums. What? Jelly Roll was a rapper? I mean, I guess that makes sense. But... again, rapper turned country man. It's been around since the early 2000s. I think he has a mixtape with Greenlight. What the fuck? I appreciate the lore drop, guys, but what the hell? Jelly Roll is me? See, I already get enough like Action Bronson comparisons from some of you, and I absolutely hate it. And I know Jelly Roll will be the next guy I get compared to, especially if I take his pick, which I won't, even though I probably should. I won't, but I do need to look after myself. And taking a drug to make yourself lose weight is not looking after yourself. That was a very random side tangent from me. Let's move on. Heard about Jelly Roll. I never heard about Jelly Roll before the cut. Yeah, see? I can't remember when I first heard him. It was definitely before the Death of Slim Shady. But it was almost like the Death of Slim Shady was when I was like, how do you end up on there? Oh. Alright. You know what? I do like the way this kind of feels like it's turning into a bit of a tomb. Alright. Oh, look at that. Look at all this space. Okay, so that'll be the wall. Right, so now I need to envision and make sure I've actually got my mathematics right. First things first, we are going to make it so then this goes there. And then what I need is for this to match up. So, I will give you a sweet little example of what exactly I do when it comes to these kind of, my storage, right? Because it is a massive copy-paste job. So, kind of goes like that. Then I will also need some stuff. I need stuff! What's stuff done? It's nighttime, guys. Let's get in bed. Yo, WZ2, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Went to the record store when I said it opened and all the records. Oh, you went there when it said it opened and all the RSD records are gone. That is such a shame. See, and that's something that I will be complaining about in my next video, which will be about Record Store Day, obviously. But it's like people like you who don't want to just like stay up all night waiting for a fucking record. And then you get to the store, and because some like unemployed people have just like got there before you can have a chance, you know, it's just like it's taken the love out of it, you know, taking the love out of it. Like everyone should be at least able to like get a realistic chance of getting a record, but unfortunately, it's not how the game goes. Not how the game goes. Action Bronson is also a wrestling fan. Yeah, I thought he was. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in like crowds before. Maybe. I might be lying. No. Oh no. What the fuck am I on about? He did Hook's fucking theme song. Of course he did. And he came out with Hook. Yeah, of course he's a fucking fan, Ollie. Thank you for the reminder, Peep. Apparently Paul really likes... Paul? Who's Paul? Oh, Rosenberg. I mean, that kind of fits. I get the impression Paul isn't much of a rap fan. I could be wrong. Could could be wrong. So that's how he ended up on Death Some Shady. See, I'm trying to decide which song I prefer on Death Some Shady, because you got the Scarlet Grey one, and then you have the Jelly Roll one. I think I do prefer the Jelly Roll one. Why does Minecraft just randomly do creepy noises? Like, it's just unnecessary. We don't need that, chat. Don't need that. Give me that. Okie dokie, smoky brokey, I need something pokey. Oh, yo, wait. I need an axe. That's not an axe, that's a pickaxe. What was the other thing I needed to build? Unagi. And then let's just do that. And then let's get a little bit more. Okay, so I'll just do that. So, peak example of what it is that I do when it comes to my little storage areas. Chat, are you ready for this? Okay. So, get my chest. Get my stairs. Would also have my oak, but that's already placed in this instance. Put my chest there. Take my stairs, put it there. Put my other chest there. Put my more stairs there. And that will end up going all the way down there. That's how I do my little chest area. Obviously this is a very open space, but I will end up doing the same on the other side. So I'll just do this. So then I'll have it go there. And then somewhere in the middle, which will probably be here actually. Oh, that works perfectly. Oh, you could not have made this up. Could not have made it up. I'm the best Minecrafter of all time. Look. And then we'll basically just end up with this whole system going down the middle. Do you see me doing this on another level? Voila. Voila la la bing bong. And yeah, that's kind of how, like, I'll do the storage area. It'll be, like, literally, it will just be that, but then it just gets copy and pasted everywhere. Like so. So then more chests will go there. Another chest there. And then there. And then there. How do you rate that? Like, obviously, this is not it done, but this is, like, how I just sort of, like, go about it. And obviously, like, I'll put more here as well. But yeah, that's kind of how I like to do my storage areas. I just think it, like, works quite productively for me. And also kind of, like, has a good, nice thing about it. And to be honest, I didn't want to go, like, too over the top in terms of, like, building, say, all the way down the island. But I think this amount of space actually might just be perfect for what we just need at an essential level. So, yeah. What I could also do is, if I really wanted to, I could probably, like, add another just, like, here, so then we expand this one a bit over here, but we'll leave that for now. Sorry, that's the Lucid. Looks damn cozy. I appreciate it. It does look cozy, don't it? Don't it? Look how cozy it looks. Like temporary better, but somebody saved me is a good 2. Jelly Roll is so fucking overrated. Saying as someone who gave his last album 10 out of 10 on release, don't think that is great anymore. Interesting. I love how Action Bronson raps about nothing but food, and he makes it sound expensive. Honestly, I rate it. I don't listen to a lot of Action Bronson. I like bits of him. I couldn't name you a song by him. But he does have a cool vibe at times. But he's not someone who I'll be like, yeah, throw on the Action Bronson, you know? I ain't going to be buying a vinyl of his anytime soon. Saw some with every Lorphy album walking. How'd they get away with that? It should be 1 vinyl per purchase, but I swear some record stores just go, yeah, whatever, just buy it all. That's awful, W at Z2. That's awful. Members only live stream. Wow, it's a feature. I do really want to work on my membership perks at some point. I really want to like get on it with my channel, but at the moment it's just very. It's hard enough for me to just like make a video at this rate. Right. Right, let's at least get this so then it's actually not hovering in the air. There we go. Alright, see the vision? Oh. But there we go, there we go. Alright, I'll leave it as that, but obviously this way it doesn't really like destroy the whole landscape. We still can have the sand, and it just doesn't ruin how the rest of this looks. Fucking hell. There's the cough back, apologies. Oh, there we go. Apologies. Hello, Austin. How are ya? How are you, my friend? You joined the second I started dying, coughing. Okay, dokie. Yeah. Right, I think what I'll do is... what will I do? Get as much wood as we can for now and just like start building... just basically fill in my like storage area and sort of start getting it organized, and then from there we should be pretty like good to sort of decide what we do from there. I'm not sure the best next step. Like this is what I do find with my... we didn't need a third one. Oh, we did not need a third bloody thing. We've got enough big uns here. Oh, it's just going to be a pain to cut down the whole thing, I think. I say that. Any more? But, like, what would you guys, like, say I should do next after this filling out my storage area? Because I feel like I am the sort of person who does really like to, like, build on Minecraft. However, I do also want to make progress in this world in the sense of, like, actually... doing stuff. Also, how loud does music sound compared? Like, how loud do I sound compared to like the actual game? Do I need to turn it down a little bit? I feel like it might need a little bit of like turning down in just like global. We'll just bring it down to like, let's say 80. Let me know if that sounds alright, guys. What the hell? For some reason, I thought that little texture was a helicopter coming in over there. Don't ask me how that's what my brain saw. That's just what my brain does. Oh, I need to be replanting and all this. I am also making a bit of a conscious effort to avoid the night, because I just feel like I will perish. I should also probably look to, like, get some armor on the go. But yeah, I am like really happy with like this as a build for now. I think it's like quite cute. Got its thing going. Food would probably be another thing that I do need to work on. I think a general resource gathering would also help. I think I did start building a bit of a mine shaft over there, so it's probably worth going back there and just like getting things sorted. You gotta build a record store one day. I was actually saying that earlier, Austin. Collect all the music discs for store. Exactly. I think that would be really cool to do. Whether I can do it on this world in hardcore, that's another question. But like, if I could like build a store, say like on the other side of this bit of the island, I think that could be possible. Like, let's say more on the green area. Ooh. I'll take that. Thank you very much, mate who lost his llamas. But like, yeah, like over that sort of place, I reckon we could build like a little record store type thing. I think that'd be really cool to do. But yeah, we'll see. I think that'd be cool to do. A proper farm for the crops and animals. Finny, I think you're on the right track. I think that's what we do need to look at doing. if I'm looking for an awesome underground rapper, check out Ordinary. No, check out G LaMotta. Just dropped his debut single, Pay Attention, a few weeks ago and got a debut EP dropping as well. Thank you for the tip, Philly. I will check him out. He's out of New York. Pretty cool. Been on about rap and wrestling. I also listen to West Side Gun. I think I started listening to him just before he signed to them. Oh, you've been with him for a while then. Yeah, no, West Side Gun, like, he owns his own wrestling promotion. And obviously, like, he literally did the Heels Have Eyes series, which, in case you don't know, a heel is basically, in wrestling, is a term for a bad guy. So, like, you have baby faces and heels. So, baby face is a good guy, heels are bad guys. And West Side Gun's whole, like, Heels Have Eyes is based on that sort of concept of, like, being a heel and being a bad guy. But yeah, I know he's got his own wrestling promotion as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really cool seeing someone of West Side Gun size and like his rap status even, and just like seeing him show love to something like wrestling. And I actually saw him. I saw West Side Gun when I went to AEW All In 2025. He actually did the entrance music, or yeah, no, he did the entrance song for Swerve Strickland, and I didn't realize it was West Side Gun at the time, but it was pretty sick. Ugh. If you have any questions for me, chat, by the way, feel free to go ahead. Happy to answer anything. Righty. So, I think we just go around and just plonk all this bit. I think that's probably the best place to start. And then 1, 2. Oh, if I had like built this out one more, that would have been perfect. I think I'll leave it the way it is for now. But that will essentially be a good like little starter for this. Yeah, because all I need to do is push this back one more, and then that just gives me enough to kind of like walk around this. But that's actually pretty sick, and then we can like put bonus area here. That'd be cool. Just checked out that guy's thing was actually fire. Oh, good to know. I'll check him out soon. Finney, did I listen to Bully, and if so, what did I think about it? Bully, I did listen to. I think it is the most, what's the right word? Coherent Kanye's album that we've gotten since probably Jesus is King. Some people say Donda. I didn't really mess with Donda too much, but I think if I did go back to it, I'd enjoy it more than I remember liking it. But overall, as an album, it is good. It reminds me a lot of that kind of like, I hate saying the old Kanye, but it does have a bit more reminiscence of that sort of style of his. I couldn't name you the tracks off the top of my head, but I definitely did enjoy like probably the first half of the album a lot more than I did the second half. Not saying that the second half wasn't good, but it did feel like it sort of like there was a lot more love and care put into the first bit of it. The other thing I will say about Kanye is he needs, like, I know it's kind of more of a trend that, to be fair, I think he started, but, like, we really need to kill the whole, like, delaying album as part of the marketing strategy. Like, I hate that shit. Just, like, make a rollout and make it good. That's all I want. Like, I am a digital marketer, that's what my day job is, and I like seeing a good marketing campaign, and to me, just making like your campaign, I've delayed my album, oh, my album's going to release, day of album release, it's not there. Like, I find that a terrible fucking rollout strategy. If there's anything I could get rid of in like music, it would be that. I hate it. If Donda was a cut down a bit, it would be a good album. Yeah, it would. And I think if you like put on some of the deluxe stuff onto the main one, it'd be good, like, say, Life of the Party. What did that mean? No, I'm pretty sure that was deluxe. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is deluxe. I need more wood. I don't think there's actually a lot of trees over that side. Sorry. Just DM'd it to you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Philly. Oh, where's the time? 10:15. In the PM. Nope. What the hell? Why are you half and half? Or is that just like... Oh, I think that's just my shaders just doing that. I say shaders, I don't know if it's actually the right term for this shit. How much iron do I have? Oh, don't rain. It's a shame. I do need to do some exploring just to get resources in the underground. I think if I am going to do that, I will turn my gamma up. So then you guys can actually see what I'm doing. One of the things I'm trying to do in this world, I think I've probably stolen enough from this already, but I am trying to avoid this little area. Because when I first started, I think I was hoping for like one like kind of like OG Syndicate sort of style Lonely Island sort of look. But this world's quite big, or this island's quite big, I should say. So didn't really expect to have a whole village, but it's there if we need it. And also there's obviously that portal ready to go there. Well, not ready to go quite, but you know. But I probably will look to build here. Or not build here, do the mine here. Get mining in there. Oh, fucking hell. I do apologise for my sniffling and my coughing, by the way. Let me just catch up on chat quickly. Westside Gunn's work ethic is crazy. He also the theme for MVP. Yes, he did. I love that song. We hurt people. We hurt people. That's a great song. He also rapped Daniel Garcia's to the ring from the Buffalo. Oh, did he? I don't remember that. But that's pretty sick. I agree 1 or 2 explain delays are alright, but just having to constantly delay an album just because deadline was set way too early is just exactly that. I don't know if I've had a follow-up from this. I basically ordered Bully when it first became available on vinyl, which might be part of the reason I haven't ordered it again. And I reached out to the team being like, am I going to get a copy? I don't think I am. But I feel like I've given him money and I don't know if I've like received the money back. So, I don't know. I can only assume I was given the money back and I just never really checked it. But yeah, it's just one of them. But like the constant delays of things, just like it pisses me off. Like as you said, if there's a genuine like explanation and it's just like, look, we need to delay this because say like there's a sample on an album and the team aren't clearing it in time and you have to delay it for that kind of reason or whatever, fine. But when it does clearly just become a way of like you're too lazy to actually do a marketing campaign around your actual release and you just want to do it because it creates hype that you're going to release something eventually, really bugs me. Really hate it. Dislike. Stumbled across him on Instagram in December, been following him since, trying to get him out there. Oh my god, I would have to dig through. Actually, it shouldn't take me too long. I'm going to put you guys onto someone who's unfortunately no longer with us. I came across this a long time ago on Reddit. I know that's not the best way to start. Where is it? Fuck. Oh, it was such a long time ago. There it is. There is a album on Spotify released on 17th of July 2020. It's called Islands in the Sky by Morse Code. So the story that I can remember about this album is it was basically a producer and his friend who was a rapper They were basically working on a project. They really wanted to perfect it. The guy who was rapping, he basically didn't want to release it until it was perfect. Unfortunately, he died before they could get it out. The producer basically just went ahead and was like, basically continued working on the project without his mate there. They had done all the recordings for it. It was just a case of trying to get it done and make it perfect. The album, I haven't listened to it in a while, it was in 2020, but what I remember of it was really good. So if you want, it is underground, but it is just one of those where it's just like, I would recommend it as a release, and just bearing in mind that context, just like, I think it was I'm trying to think, I think it did have an impact on me in that context, because, oh fuck. Because, right, like, I think there is such thing as trying to chase perfection, and I think they perfected the album, unfortunately, in his absence of death. However, it's that thing of, like, I think you're better off putting out, like, maybe not your... Essentially, I think what the guy did is, like, he was constantly trying to make the album perfect, that meant that he never actually released it until, like, his producer did when he died. And I think there's a lesson to be learned there about, like, sometimes despite the fact, like, something may not be perfect, it's still worth putting it out there, because you can see the impact it will have. Regardless of whether it's good, it's bad, like, it's worth putting stuff out there, which is why, with what I'm doing with Long Journey Home, I'm calling it the Long Journey Home, the demos, because they're not going to be perfect. And I would rather put them out there than just sit on them and do nothing with them, when they can at least see the light of day and I can at least see what they could do. So I think there's something valuable in that. And, like, whilst that project that you guys can go and listen to, Morse Code Islands in the Sky, it's incredible for, like, the level that they're at and what they've been able to do with it. But it's a shame that the guy who passed away, and the rapper on there, it's a shame that he never got a chance to see it do what it did. So yeah, it's interesting. Any new video plans? Next video is going to be the record store day. I'm going to try and edit it to then come out on Monday or Tuesday. I forgot to say, I saw you commented on another YouTuber I watch. Am I okay to say who? Yeah, you're welcome to say whoever you're on about. In fact, I could probably do with you saying who it is. Getting scammed by Yeezy is crazy, yeah, I know. But it's also not surprising. Gotta go eat supper. No worries, Austin. Gonna go plum duff. No worries. Appreciate you jumping into the stream. About to lose your internet connection. No! If I don't make it back in time, I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Appreciate you, plum duff. Have a good rest of your evening if I don't catch you in a bit. Right, what is my... what is up with this island just constantly giving me mega trees? I do not need mega trees. No more mega trees. Do. I do love doing this, by the way. Just like streaming. I love streaming. Like like it feels like I'm not gonna say golden era, but like I used to stream back in like what was my streaming story? Gotta check out that album last stream. Might get a CD soon too. The album that I was mentioning? Because if you are, it's definitely worth a listen. I actually might go back and listen to it, because I literally haven't listened to it since then. I could just be recommending something that I remember better than how it actually was. But from memory, it is a good little project. I want to say, like, trigger warning, but I want to say the guy might have killed himself. I can't remember. I don't want to just, like, put that out there, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And that's, like, what encouraged the producer to, like, keep on working on that project. I'm pretty sure. Here it is. MXZ, yes, yes. P, PP. Yeah, I love MXZ. Fun fact: I'm not going to say I was, but I almost became part of that group. Essentially, back in I don't remember the cows being that dramatic, but back in 20, when would it have been? 2018 maybe. That's when the group, the Winkies group, they were kind of like starting to like do stuff. And I basically, I don't want to say like a trial shift, but I basically played a game of Uno with Wadism, Kyle, and also Dan. And Dan wasn't actually part of the group then. And I got on with them, but my problem was like they were trying to create a YouTube group, and at the time I was doing like more like vlog style content, not gaming. And also I was a very anxious like teenager at that point, particularly too in my life. So I felt like I wasn't able to like be funny on videos and whatever. And yeah, it just kind of like was one of those things where it didn't really work out. And then suddenly about 4 years later, I go back and check them out after not watching them for a little bit. And then suddenly they kind of like blew up on TikTok and over COVID time. But that's my like little claim to fame with them. But they're great guys. I love their content. And honestly, I don't think I probably would have worked great in their content anyway. So, yeah. But obviously Isaac joined a bit later. But I think they're really funny. And Isaac produces like great videos as well. Pardon me. He OD. That was it. Yeah, unfortunately, that style of living ain't great. A lot of negativity in there, but it's it's really nice that the producer and the guy who did it, his friend, was able to then like still put that out there and create such a good project that like made his memory like or gave him a legacy essentially. Like, yeah. I'm gonna go back and listen to that album. It's been a long time, but it was a good listen when I went through it. Okay, right. I think we do actually have a little bit more wood we can play with at the moment. I'll probably put it all down and be like, I can't do anything else until the rest of it grows. Right. Right, there's you. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Three. Cool. Let's make this a little bit easier for myself and just move that over there. Bidoom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. What's everyone else up to tonight then, other than watching me? Or having me on in the background? Whatever you're doing, let me know. I also need to record my latest pickups video. I know I'm lacking on that a little. Oh god. I've got 3 records next to me that I can make a pickups video on. Oh my god, I'm messing this up. Just do that. We're talking about perfection, it makes me think of Lloyd Banks. Yeah, that's a good example. Just saw Ye is playing in what? Nah, Philly, you gotta be capping. There's no way. Right, I'm actually looking this up right now. Yay. And I don't say that with excitement. There's actually no fucking way. Where have you seen this? Was that KFC earlier, a friend? No, I'm just chilling. Ah, sick. What did you get from KFC? Wait, what? Wait, this is on Discord. No, not Discord, Reddit. Same thing, no. Kanye will finally play North... Oh, okay, probably... It's on Reddit, and it's saying possibly misleading. So it might just be fake. Might be fake. Wings, fries, and small burger. That's what we like. Gotta keep yourself... Gotta keep your hunger up. That's what Minecraft's taught me. Oh. Don't know why I'm still drinking Luke Soda at like 10:30 at night. He has performed in North Korea before as a listening party for Bully Effect. Oh, okay. So it may not be complete cap. I don't know. It's actually kind of baffling, like, everything going on there. I will say, here's my, like, personal outlook on it. We're going to get a little bit political here. And I hope you don't mind that. But obviously, Ye's obviously facing the whole, like, can't perform in the UK, getting banned everywhere else, and can't do his performances because of everything he said. I think he is a man with a serious mental illness and genuinely doesn't like what he said. I also don't think he's taken enough accountability for what he's done. I think there is only so much you can really do other than apologise, though. However, one of the things he needs to accept is the amount of damage he has had in the impact of people feeling comfortable about being anti-Semitic, about feeling like they can be racist, and Ye's outlook and like him being the public figure he is, he's made people feel comfortable being able to say those type of things and think it's okay and being able to get away with it because of his antics of being saying the pro-Nazi sort of stuff has made those sort of people think it's okay for them to say. And whether he likes it or not, he has played a role in that becoming more comfortable for those type of people to come out with. So, whilst I do think a lot of that stuff that he was saying is based on his bipolar and his mental illness, and it not necessarily being him, that doesn't matter because it still had an impact on people and culture. So, in a way, he needs to take responsibility of that. I also think it's a bit ridiculous that the UK government basically came out being like, Kanye's like basically making a massive deal out of Kanye being here and how he shouldn't be here, but yet when it comes to everything else, like, you know, America doing an illegal war, they then just like don't even mention it. But they're happy to like make on the same day stuff's going on there. They're really happy to like talk about Kanye and put all the like public attention on him rather than actually dealing with actual politics. So that's my little ramble. Exactly that, Finney. Exactly that. That's a good way of putting it. And I do, like, as I said, I think there's only really so much you can actually do other than apologise. But I think people just being like, we're going to ban him is kind of a joke. Because, so you're going to ban Ye, but you're not going to, like, ban anyone like Prince Andrew, you know? But Ye, he can have all of that. Because in reality, I think, as I did just say, Kanye caused a lot of like, as I said, like, he caused a lot of Nazi people with those views to feel comfortable saying those views in public. So he should take some accountability for that. However, in the grand scheme of things, as an individual, he probably hasn't harmed as many people as, say, someone like Prince Andrew on a physical level. Yet the UK just are a bit like, yeah, whatever. That's fine. I love how I'm like talking about this like giant, like this whole political thing, and meanwhile, as I'm talking about it, I'm just fucking here playing Minecraft. It's a funny world, isn't it? I've also gone a bit tree crazy because I really want to just like get my wood up. Pause. I don't mean it like that. Fuck's sake. I know someone's going to clip that out of context. I need an axe. How much iron do I have? I'm kind of running a little low on the iron supply. Iron, iron, iron. I'm going to put some legs together. And I'm then going to get an axe. Put that on. Just make sure I'm a bit more pimped out. I'm ready to go. How much wood? So next on my agenda is just to basically cut down a bunch of wood, and then I think I do need to do a bit of a mining expedition. I love how this little drowned guy has just like got a real attachment issue to that tree now. Hope you don't mind me coming in. Ooh, hello lad. Don't you mind me? Look at you with your little bit of sand, isn't that cute? Oh, you stood outside the shade. Bit of a silly move, that. Go on. Look, go on. We saved a life today. Don't you forget it. Switzerland, where I live, cancelled a planned canoe show today as well. See, I don't think that's solving anything. I genuinely don't. Like, cancelling a show, if anything, gives him more power. And no one man can have all that power. Like, it just, like, it makes his fan base more crazy and then believe more of what he says. Like, it gives him, like, I don't know the best way to put it. Makes him more of a myth. You know? Why is the drown lost tight? Yeah, I don't know, Peep. I don't know. I think it's because it's daytime. I don't know, because they do attack in daytime, don't they? I don't know if because he's, like, got a sand thing, but he just seems a bit unbothered. And I also just saved his life, so he better not attack me. Alright, how much wood? Could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck. I don't know what just happened to me then, and I do apologise. Chuck him! No more. Me goes out of my way to save a drowned that would attack me if it could. Also me kills a chicken after doing absolutely nothing. Right, I was thinking the same thing. Why was that drowned friendly? I don't know. He's just a pal now. He's just a pal. Oh, I can't destroy that tree. It's got a beehive. So I better behave. Fucking hell. I hope my neighbours don't just like think I'm actually insane. They probably do. I apologise. Ooh, baby, I love the way. Every day, yeah, yeah. I wanna plant another tree so I can make my storage place. I was struggling to say, I think I said splace because I was trying to say place, and then but then I was debating if I say space. So I said both. Apples, or maybe I should say bapples, if you get that reference. Ugh. Honestly, like, I've been trying to think about, like, my YouTube videos lately. Just, like, I think I've had, like, sorry. I'm going to take a bit of water, actually, because I've been speaking quite a bit. Not your puns again. Hey. Leave my puns out of this, bro. But no, I've been thinking about, like, my YouTube a little bit earlier today. Because, like, as you saw from that J. Cole video I did, like, quite a bit more of an edit with that one. And I'm really happy with that video. It didn't, like, do massive on views or anything. But I am happy with it. And I do want to do more stuff like that, but unfortunately, just, like, timing at the moment is just such a ball ache. It's just a challenge. However, it's got me thinking, like, I was watching, so Luke, who jumped into the stream at the very start of this, I was watching some of his content, and, like, he did, like, a load of, like, cut commentaries, like, back in the day, and not even cut commentary. It's just like that old school sort of like YouTube like commentary sort of style of videos, and I absolutely love that era of YouTube. And it kind of got me thinking, like, is that kind of what I do, but just like minus the gameplay? And is that just like I don't know, is it a good thing? I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but just like I think I'm just like trying to figure out what is my style, and also like what do people enjoy. Is it because like my channel is a little bit more laid back, and is that kind of like, has it got a bit of an old school style to it in terms of like how I sort of talk about stuff? And I think just like going forward, I want to make like, I think I'm just trying to figure out where I take the channel going forward, if that makes sense. And if you guys enjoy the sort of content where I am just like sort of waffling and then talking about stuff and then like showing my vinyls here and there, like that's cool. But if you want more edited videos, I will look into doing it, because I do want to do more of those like projects and sort of like challenge myself a bit more. Did you see Madonna came out with Sabrina Carpenter and Coachella? They performed a new collab song that's dropping in Madonna's next album. Oh no, I did not. I don't really like follow that side of music, but that is pretty cool. That is a moment, and obviously Sabrina, like, that's probably a big thing for her. So, fair play. I'm not really watching Coachella. I know Justin Bieber did his weird, like, little YouTube thing, which honestly would probably be me if I was, like, that level. I'd be like, yeah, guys, let's just react to my old videos. That's pretty sick. You got a question. Who do I want an album from the most right now? For me, it's Future. That's a good question. Can I be real with you? I don't really know who to follow in hip-hop at the moment. Like every time I feel like there's an album that releases, it just feels like it's not big. Or it doesn't feel like it's gonna last. So I don't really know who I really want an album from right now. I'd probably just say Eminem. Like, I feel like we're getting to his last album. And who knows, maybe he's already done it. He's got a second grandkid now, so we're probably going to see less of him. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly could not give you an answer. Like, maybe I'd say like The Weeknd or Abel, whatever he's gonna do going forward. It'd be nice to see what that's gonna look like. In terms of like, because J. Cole's basically done. Kendrick, but honestly, I don't need Kendrick every like year. I feel like there's just like a real lack of superstars in rap at the moment. I don't know who I want a new album from. I think I'm probably just like not thinking very much right now about who or what, but I just feel like it's lacking something. There's not as much substance at the moment. Like Jid, we just got a new album from. Denzel Curry just did a recent project with that band. No one's really jumping to mind. Eminem's grandpa. Finny, come on, bro. You should know this. Like, Haley's kid is like 1 year old now. Maybe 2. I'm not sure. Recently found Quiet Snow. He only has one project that's out right now. He's dropping a 9-song album Friday. It's his first in 6 years. Oh, sick. Philly, you clearly, like, know some shit. So I appreciate you letting me know. Kyrie. Let me have a look through my list. I think it was P who asked the question. I do want to give, like, an actual answer. I've also been really fucking with DMX recently. I know he's not really going to be dropping an album, because unfortunately he's passed away, but... Artist. Someone who I do like, who is a bit more underground, is someone called Win, or I think she used to like be, like, I mean, her name is Sean, but I think her whole like artist name used to be Sean Win, but it's just Win now. She's done quite a few songs with JID too. Um, man, I have no clue. Like, does hip hop feel in a weird place at the moment to you guys? Like, I think for me, like, I'm not saying that isn't like I do not believe hip hop is dead by any means. I just think there's been, because of the way the music industry has gone and like that lack of reliance on labels anymore. There's not as many superstars, and also like the amount of hits that come out like aren't as many. And it's definitely a lot more quiet at the moment, and I think there's a lot more like niches going on in hip hop. I think we're in a bit of a renaissance era of like people sort of like making a name for themselves and then bigging themselves up a bit more. But at the moment, it is a little bit like quiet, and I genuinely couldn't tell you who I would want to listen to an album from, like right now. I think I'm even just like going through a bit of a phase of just like going to some of the older stuff. Like the latest example of that is Gangstar. I love Moments of Truth as an album. Like I've been going through it and I really like it. It's kind of that thing of like what's old is new, and just like being able to enjoy like those older style of projects. Alright, go and collect all this. I think we got enough wood to make some stuff happen now. I just want to make sure I gather everything, as I've made a bit of a forest now. But at the same time, it just gives me enough to work with. Because like that island is bare. What'd you guys say? Bro, I don't know anything about Eminem. Him having grabbed grandkids is news to me. Fucking hell, man. It was like massive news when Haley had her kid. I think his name's Elliot. No, is that right? I don't know what her kid's name is. I don't really care knowing her kid's name. That's her business. But I think she did give her kid like Eminem's initials. So I can't remember. Oh, nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap unless it's them. Yeah, no. I'll listen to M rap. Any age. I feel like any rapper with less than 2 million monthly listeners is releasing great music right now, but the biggest names have been feeling kind of tired lately. Exactly. And I mean, Drake seemingly is like hyping up his latest album, but honestly, I don't think people expect that much from Drake at the moment. Kendrick, unfortunately, what I do find quite annoying, and I knew it was kind of going to happen, is like, he had a fantastic run in 2024. He had a great 2025 like year with the Grammys and his tour. Unfortunately, what I think Kendrick did do is that he essentially took out Drake's spot of that kind of like summer hit songs coming in. Because as much as I dislike who Drake is as a person, I will admit like the sort of like style, what he did for the music industry in the sense of like creating like summer bangers and like everything along those sort of lines, is he it kept hip hop alive in a sense, kind of like keeping like us fed essentially when other people weren't dropping. I wouldn't say Drake is the best like album guy, but singles wise keeps you fed, even on features as well. However, unfortunately, because Kendrick sort of came in and then like destroyed that spot for Drake and kind of like made him sort of like ruined his reputation in a way, it left Kendrick the sort of gap to fill that almost. And Kendrick isn't the guy to be a singles guy. Like, I know he released like Not Like Us, which was a massive hit single. No matter what you want to say about it, it did do numbers. However, he's not the sort of guy to like every year produce something like a really top hit single. You've got to give him some time to do his thing. And he kind of failed in sort of like taking Drake's spot and kind of has now just left that open. Used to only listen to country, now I listen to basically everything. I know everyone says they like everything, but I legit listen to everything. I'll listen to Linkin Park and then some random ass. Honestly, that's a great way to be. And I believe you are the sort of person who will listen to everything you can. I think there's a lot of people who say, oh, I listen to everything. And really, they just listen to the same Sabrina Carpenter's song all night long. which is fine. Like what you want to like, but I do feel like there's a thing of like just people do enjoy one genre of music over another sometimes. Like, if I go to the gym, which is not a lot at the moment, I will put heavy metal into my playlist. I used to love heavy metal, as you guys probably know by now. But I wouldn't just like go, oh, I listen to everything just because I listen to like rap and then also heavy metal and a bit of R&B. Like, that's not everything. That's like 3 genres. Oh, this will probably help. There we go. Any more? Oh, more we need to go over on these sides. Fill all this. I'll probably need to go back up there and then fill this whole gap in. There we go. And then mine out this. Make the space for this. No, I thought I was going to like go in and change all the sand, but I actually don't mind it. There we go. Put that across, that across, that across. Awesome. What are you guys saying? Independent artists in the same 30 minutes. Yeah. I've just thought I'd love a new Nas album, but on some more modern beats. I think that would be cool. That would be a good one, actually. I wouldn't say no to a new Nas album. I would appreciate that. The new Drake album was actually going to come out in the past 48 hours, but according to DJ Academics, he delayed it because Anthony revealed a new... What? See, that's the kind of thing that I just find a load of bullshit. Like, just do it. Like, at the end of the day, they're just doing that now just to, like, create more hype. Like, I can't be dealing with it. Just release your shit and deal with the reception of it, or don't. No, oh, God's sake. There we go. Get rid of that. What's going on here? Anything at all? Anything at all? No. Bada boom. That's that. The only thing I am thinking about this is I probably should fill it in. So I might just leave the back of this just like this, and then once I put a bunch of chests down, then we can worry about it. I'm also wondering what I'd do with the flooring here, because I feel like I could keep the ceiling kind of like that and get away with it, and also keep this whole like little bit that way. However, I'm wondering if I do need to change this side of it. Maybe keep this side to just like oak. Ooh, laptop. Don't know what happened there. My laptop just decided to go on a mini sleep mode, so I couldn't see the chat. How's it been an hour 40? It feels like it's been longer, but also short. My friend says he likes everything, bro. Legitimately listens to only Playboy. Oh, bro. I don't know why people feel like they can't just say they like one genre over another. And you don't have to like be fully committed to it. Like, just because you say, oh, I like rap, doesn't mean you can't listen to anything else. Bruh. Get out. What you got? That's not a bad deal, actually. That's not a bad deal. Great eye. Not bad. I'm gonna have to ask you lads to leave, though. So you can piss off now. Players. Pretty please. Pretty please, get at me. I can really just fill this in with regular sand, actually. Good, do 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 do. Come on, bro. Whatever. Whatever. It's not personal. I just realized how much food I actually probably should start gathering. Because I think this whole stream I've just kind of like been a bit nonchalant about it. fuck's sake. I don't need eggs. That will do. I just want your meat. There we go. Pain. What else can I get rid of? I'll just get rid of the seeds. I don't need them for now. Oh my god, I think the Lucasse's coming out of me. Right, I'm gonna sleep and then... Actually, no, there's a magic pause button. Right, everybody, I am... Out of all the artists, Playboy Carti, yeah, that's mad. Here's something that shocks people when I tell them, is I've never listened to a Drake album. Honestly, I would say you're not missing out, but there are some good stuff. I can even acknowledge there are some good stuff. Take Care is definitely worth a listen. But also, I don't think you're missing out incredibly. I feel like people who say they like everything actually often listen to fewer genres and artists when people who can tell exactly are like that at least have always been the case for me. Yeah, I think the same actually. I'm going to be back in a second. I just really need to go pee, so BRB. And we're back. Sorry about that, lads. Finny off. No worries, Finny. Hope you have a good rest of your night, get a good sleep or whatever. New Olivia Rodrigo single bangs as well. Hey, that's good to know. Oh, we finally got out of the hole. Well done. Oh, how are we doing, chat? How are we? How are we all? Do. On me. Bomb. Oh, I also blew my nose, and honestly, it has refreshed me a bit. I no longer feel as stuffy, so apologies for how I may have sounded. Oh, amazing. Right. I guess what is left for me to do right now to complete the storage area is just basically make a shit ton of chests, which I thought would be more than that with all that wood. Let's just empty this one out. And guess what the first chest will be? It will most likely be sand. Because I have a lot of sand. Yeah, see, I just need to expand this probably 3 along. but yeah, look, see, I just love this kind of like look of just like the way this is. I find it efficient. You're able to see everything you need. Maybe it's not the most efficient, but honestly, I love it. You've listened to it like 30 times today. What's it called? Smith London. Drop dead. Interesting. See, I do wish I was a bit more like you in the sense of like actually like going out my way to listen to like more. But honestly, I feel like they're like, I don't know. I like my rap. I like my hip hop. I think there's like a mood of like I can find different sounds and drop. Oh my god, I haven't actually seen a baby sheep yet. Oh my goodness, you're actually quite cute, aren't you? I haven't seen them since the update. That's actually quite adorable. But yeah, I wish I could be a bit more like into more genres, and I think I have made like a big effort recently. Like the best example I can give is I actually quite like Mariah Carey, and I do quite like Alicia Keys. I've been listening to more of that style of stuff. You might have seen in one of the videos or my shorts or whatever it was, is I had like an Alicia Keys, the Diary of Alicia Keys in the background, so you might have spotted that on vinyl. But I do have like a likeness for that style of music. It's just a thing of like, I've got to be in a particular mood, and yeah. When you move the sand, it will be like Sandman entered if you get my... What? When you move the sand, it will be like the Sandman entered if you get my attempt at a joke. I think I get you. Like how Sandman ended up in the Statue of Liberty. Is that what you're on about? Also, she filmed the music video at the Palace of the Sun. That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. Let's make this one the Salmon. Sandstone. Just put all the sand in there, I don't really care. There we go. Alright, let's sand. Right. In this one, it should just be like actual, just... I say important stuff, but just stuff that actually, like, works. Oh, God. Right. I'm then going to put cobblestone in this one. And then... I'll also put deep slate in this one. Cobblestone sort of becomes its own thing. This one can just be the random kind of like shit that gets picked up as you sort of go about. This is that random shit I'm on about. More cobblestone, more of that, and then dirt can probably have its own one too. And it's probably good to just get some like vegetation style chests going. I don't know how to call that one. Right, this one is random crap. Dirt can be exempt actually. I swear I had something else. Yeah, granite and gravel can go in there too. You can go in there. Your sand actually, I did have you. Dirt can go in this one. What else do we have? I'll leave that as blocks. I'll use this one as the kind of more garden-y based one. Oh, Enter Sandman. I was thinking Spider-Man. I had my Sandmans mixed up. Sorry, mate. I get you now. Bit of Metallica. Record Store Day, the final vinyl. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're alright. I assume what you mean by RSD and the reason you put a question mark is because I think I did put it in the title, but I can't remember. But I am a vinyl channel, and I do talk about vinyl, but Record Store Day, were you able to pick anything up? Have you enjoyed it? Have you not? Let me know. I make a joke about Metallica and how they have a song called Enter Sandman. I'm with you now. After urban land. I actually saw Metallica, I think at the O2, well, I say not that long ago, but it actually was like 2015, 2016, somewhere along those lines. I can't remember. There we go. Cool. Awesome. What are you guys making of my little storage area? I think for now we're actually pretty good on chests and everything. What probably is worth putting in here is maybe food. Although to be fair, I could probably use of just like putting some stuff in my inventory. I'll also make this. The wood chest. And I'll make that one the coal chest. And then we'll eventually get up to speed with our stuff. But yeah, that's kind of like how I sort of try and go about all this kind of like storage areas, so you're welcome. You see how I do it. I didn't know Record Store Day was today. I would have gone out if I known. Is there a particular one you would have gone for? Anything else that I could do something with? Oh, I can take all the tulips now. Put all that stuff in the more garden bit. Potatoes. That can go in that bit, that can go in that bit, that can go there. Yeah. I'll leave the rest of that stuff there for now. Sorry. I do apologise for that. I should put a feather in there. Yep, tulips. Oh, still got stuff in here that can go in there. There we go. Door, slabs. I'll put leads in there for now. I don't think that's the best spot for them. Sand. There you go. Coal. There you are. And I'll put the rest of that in there. Bro, awesome. So we've got a pretty nice little storage area going on. I do obviously need to fill in the rest of it with some of the stuff. I also need to like go in the middle of this and just like add more wood, so that way it isn't just an empty open space and we don't get stuff spawn here. I think it should be fine on the torch element for now. Oh my god. Sleep token, vinyl is already really selling. Fucking hell, 475. Jesus Christ. 250 for that one. Let's be a shot with Crybaby 10-year anniversary by Lil Peep. No, that's not a bad one. That's pretty fair. R.I.P. Lil Peep. I never really got on with Lil Peep in terms of his music. Like, he was just one of them, like, He's part of that sort of like SoundCloud era, wasn't he? But I don't have a massive fondness for them other than Juice WRLD. He's like the only SoundCloud rapper I ever really got into. Like Tentacion, I never really like got into. I think I found it even harder when I found out about the allegations against him. But that's like a whole era of guys who I just like never really like got into other than Juice WRLD and Lil Peep. Just like unfortunately, I just never collect with. Obviously, if it's what you like, go for it. Okay, right. This does need a bit of a tidy up. This definitely needs a tidy up, so it's probably worth... Don't really know what to do about the roof, really. Maybe I could just, like, go up to here and make it all, like, oak. I feel like this all needs to be oak, too. And then it can kind of like go into sandstone. I think that's fine over there, but I don't really know. Juice was a big Peep fan, and you like Juice too. Oh, hang on. I see why your name is Peep Peep. That's why you said it wouldn't shock you. I put the pieces together, and I understand why your username is your username. I've figured it out. Call me Sherlock. I think he likes Lil Peep, guys. I think Peep Peep is a Lil Peep fan. The TS record is surprisingly only reselling close retail on Discogs at least. See, this is the other thing that I find, and I kind of mentioned it in my upcoming video. But with that kind of like record store day thing, it will be like the most money on the day, because that's when like the FOMO is like the highest, especially before like, don't know what you want to call it, like the Cyber Monday equivalent basically happens. Oh shit, it's dark. Let's get in there. Hopefully my door's not open. Ooh, the poll is closed. What did you guys on Discord say? So I put a poll out yesterday, basically just like asking people about Record Store Day and like what they thought. In terms of like, are they participating? We had 11 people say that nothing takes their fancy, and then 5 people said that they might see what's left over, and then 4 people said yes, they're queuing early. So I don't think this Record Store Day has actually been like the most exciting for people. I do not believe. What I was also about to say is about this, right? Having this full of forest is like all well and good in the fact of like getting the amount of wood that I want to get. Unfortunately though, it does mean it's created a bit more of a place for why are there so many bees. It's created more chances for like mobs and creepers especially who just like hide. So I'm really hoping we don't get caught out. So what I think I may do is I've kind of gathered the amount of wood that I sort of need for the like foreseeable future. I just need to like cut down more. But if I just cut it all sort of down now, it should just leave me with enough and just like leave some general ones up. So then that way we're not just leaving a death trap for creepers to grab me. I don't just want to keep sleeping through the night, but the point I am in the game, I just feel like I just need to like just keep sleeping and just play it safe, because I'm not that guy. Also, like, are there any other like games that you guys want to see stream-wise? Are you happy with me playing Minecraft? The other game that I would be like, I even thought about doing it tonight. But the other game I would look at is like something like Black Ops 3, because I absolutely love Call of Duty Zombies, like that era particularly. Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 is like my shit for zombies. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Also, I do feel like, because what my channel is, it's not a gaming channel at all, but I just like being able to game because I feel like it's a bit more of a chilled, laid back thing. Also means I like doing live streams, and sometimes setting up my like proper IRL streams can just feel like a lot, and my laptop kind of struggles to like have it all going on. So just like being able to just like go on my PlayStation, just press go live like that is just like such a blessing. But I do feel like I need to keep up with those kind of live streams too, because at the end of the day, my channel is about vinyl collecting, and I feel like doing more of those type of streams will be beneficial. So I'm just interested to kind of like get some viewer feedback, know what you like to see, and yeah. And if it is just like you just want me to do more content and you don't really care what it is, great. Big Peep fan, and you loved emo and pop punk music long before you found Peep. Listening Peep 9 years now. Damn, it's been a while. Not going to check eBay for resale for the record store day stuff. Honestly, don't want to see the probably horrific prices on there. Even Discord prices are pretty high. It's ridiculous. And this is my problem. I kind of addressed that issue on my upcoming video, but it's just like, record store day doesn't feel like it's about what albums are being pressed anymore. It's just about who's going to grab them first and what are they going to go for. And then I think people are more excited to see if the record they got is one of those records that goes for like 400 quid, rather than just being like, oh my god, I got this record and I really like it. I feel like that's like part of the unfortunate nature of it. And that's why I've kind of like compare it to being like a bit 2017 hypebeast mentality. It's not how like the hobby should be. And honestly, the other thing that I've kind of realized is I could go on like a different just like store, find like an album and a version of the vinyl that I actually want, and just because it doesn't have the record store day sticker doesn't mean it's valued any less. And I actually really enjoyed Record Store Day last year, despite the fact like it wasn't like the most anticipated records that were being released personally, even though I got like 3 or 4 of them. But it was nice to like have that experience of getting up early, going to the record store, seeing everyone getting the records they want and whatnot. But even then, it was still had a little bit of this like weird vibe about like why people are actually there. You'd like to see another adding new stuff to my Discord collection stream when you have enough. I have a fuck ton I could do that with, actually, Philly. I have got a lot that needs updating. My Discord, if you go and check it out, is outdated. So, honestly, maybe that's actually a good shout to do as my next live stream at some point. Yeah, I think that's probably a shout. Okay, right. I was going to get rid of you, but I don't want to get rid of the beehive. Alright. Okay, right, we have a lot of saplings now. Feel a bit more happier in the sort of area. I think if we just take down one of these, and then we should be all Gucci. Should be Gucci. And then what I may look to do for a little bit is just like do some mining. Boom, boom, boom. Right, I'm gonna hope that that is everything up here. Oh, literally the most obvious ones right there. Cool. Okay, cool. Not as crowded with trees now. I can at least see what's coming up. Blah 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 blah. Hope that will happen soon. Hopefully soon. Tetris is a game suggestion. JK, fuck's sake. Yes, I will get out my Nintendo 64 and play some Tetris for you on stream. Honestly, I don't actually mind Tetris. It's like just like I like Tetris, but like is one of those like free phone game type games, if that makes sense. Like I'm not that bothered about it, but yeah. The thing that I like about streaming is, or like when I game streams, is like playing something where I don't have to give too much focus. Like one of my problems I've always like found with say like a game like Call of Duty is if particularly on a game like multiplayer, it's not a streamer friendly game. and so many people will do it, and I just think it's so horrendous to stream, particularly as a small streamer. Like, the amount of Warzone players back in the day too, who would like have 0 viewers but like expect that they would get loads just because they're playing that sort of game. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, you need to engage with a chat, particularly at a small state. The only way you'll ever grow as a streamer who plays like something like Warzone or Call of Duty multiplayer is if you're that good. So, like, for me personally, when it comes to streaming, I just like to be able to play what I want to play. Or play something like Zombies, because you can kind of find a bit of a flow state for it, if that makes sense. I think what I'll actually do is I'll get rid of this layer, so then that way we get a little nice outline, if that makes sense. So then it matches there, which is cool. That's all dandy. And then do that one, and then there we go. Right, it probably look a bit more uglier on the outside now, but it is what it is, isn't it? Maybe sometime next week, maybe. It's been 8 months since the last one. Honestly, I want to do more streams. The problem I'm having at the moment is just like finding time. I don't get home from work until about 7, and that's if my train's not delayed. And then by the time you eat dinner, by the time you do X, Y, and Z, wash up or whatever, watch the movie with my partner, it's then like 9 o'clock. Also want to spend time with her. Like, no offense to you guys, I know bros before hoes, but you know, I do need to spend time with my fiance. And then just on top of it, like, a long day at work, and then feeling tired and not having the energy. Like, one thing I never really want to do is just like start streaming without energy. Like, I'd rather have some energy to do stuff and actually interact with you. I know I'm not 100% right now, but also tonight I'm by myself. Like, my partner, she's gone to a friend's house and staying there tonight, so I've kind of got like the time to do it. I would not be doing like 2-hour streams like this on the usual, but it would be beneficial if I do start doing a few more like vinyl type streams, and also like doing that. So I will make an effort. In terms of the regularity of it, it's just hard to tell. I'm even struggling just like doing regular videos at the moment, let alone streams. But I will try to be better. Just for you, Philly. I will try my best to be better. Let's get back inside and sleep. And then what I think is probably the best idea to do is go for a little mining spree. What else you guys saying? I've actually been playing Tetris on days where I'm not doing well. Honestly, it's cool. Like, Tetris is a good game, and also sometimes we just need those simplistic games. It's why I don't like the new Call of Duty Zombies. They've tried overcomplicating it. Sure, it's not like the hardest game to play anymore, nothing like that, but it's just like, you don't need all the extra shit that they've added. Like, they need to go back to being simple with those games. And also, I think one of the, like, this is gonna be a very random side tangent, but like, I think one of the things that genuinely ruins zombies is the ability to mantle over everything. Like, that's not something that you need. If anything, zombies was made good because of its limitations. You update your Discogs whenever I get a new record. I do only have like 40-ish records at this point. I've only also been collecting for like 1 year. Honestly, that's the way to do it. If you can add it every time you get a new record, that will serve you so much better in terms of like keeping track of what you have and haven't got. I think if I have time tomorrow, I think maybe whilst I put like WrestleMania on, I might try my best to basically create a shit ton of like Instagram reels and TikToks / shorts, because I think I need that, especially if I want to grow the channel. Right, so instead of just fucking meandering about, Ollie, how about we do something? Okay, so Oh, steak, that's handy. Let's put that in there. Let's grab... Oh, that was almost perfect. Let's do that. Right, we have an iron pickaxe. Oh, and we only have 2 iron left, which is actually kind of perfect for what I did want. I'm going to be a bit backwards here, but let's get all the torches. Go down here. I will eventually get familiarised with where everything is. Right, wood. Throw most of that in there, but I will take just half, just so I've got stuff in case. Put food stuff in here. However, it's just worth keeping some stuff in actually. What I'll do is take pork chops and cook them before I go. I'll just put rotten flesh in there just for now. It's not ideal, but it's there. Fill this one up with all this good stuff. Put that in there. Let's make this one like the random chest. I'll keep that cobblestone on me just so I've got it. I'll also just go ahead and put flint in there because why the hell not? And then I'll want those next to me. I'm also going to get rid of this sword. I'll just put it in there. Keep that there. It would probably be ideal if I were to put just one crafting table down here, just so then we have it. Where do we put it? Let's just put it there. Get a couple of these on the go, get that, get my sword. That way we can actually defend ourselves. Put you there. Then I just need to cook that. As you can tell, I am getting ready to go on a trip. What are you guys saying? You've also been playing Black Ops 2 Zombies when I had when I had the energy, and that was last month. Black Ops 2 Zombies, my favourite. I love that game. I think that actually might be my favourite game of all time. Like, I think it's definitely my favourite multiplayer game of all time. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, the experience I had on that game, absolutely elite. Love it to death. I think if there's a game I could, like, go back and play, like, in its peak, it would be that game. It fucking pisses me off so much that for some reason Activision decided, hey, you know what, we're going to basically remaster Black Ops 2, but we're not going to fully remaster Black Ops 2. We're going to make it Black Ops 7, which is just going to be a dog shit game, and not do anything with the fact that it's 2025. Like, it was the perfect just like open goal remaster Black Ops 2 that they could have done, and they very clearly like their money, so it would have made them a shit ton, but they just instead decided to just do whatever Black Ops 7 is. Like, and to me that's just a waste of time. It really irks me, the fact that they did that, and it's also just like, I find it really, like, it really irks me, the fact that I put so much time and energy into Black Ops 6 just to then get Black Ops 7 that felt like it was just like a expansion of Black Ops 6, and also just like, it didn't make me want to buy the game to like, after putting all of my energy into Black Ops 6. Like, it should have just been a remaster, that's all it should have been, and it was such an easy open goal, and they failed. And Call of Duty feels dead in the gutter at the moment. I think I actually might be done with the game. I think I'm just gonna start doing this. Oh, I think I was also gonna make like a perfecto. That's what I want. Bro, if I just didn't decide to randomly do that, I would not be getting this iron right now. And this is a pretty decent, like, little amount. There we go. Oh, hang on. So I went that way. Just do that. Oh, hang on. Let me just quickly try something. You actually got your first record a year ago today? Oh, wow. That's kind of crazy. So that, I don't think that would have exactly been a year from when the last record store day was, but that's still pretty cool that you can say that it was exactly a year ago today. That's pretty cool. Video. Is that the one? Is that what I want? Cloud range, shadow quality, reflections, resolution, render. Oh my goodness. Holy crap, there's so many things. I'm going to leave it for now. If it gets too dark, let me know and I will just place a torch. That's the best option I can really do. Do I really want to waste mining here, or would I rather strip mine? Let me just do, like, a little bit. Because the reason I'm at level 16, by the way, is just because I believe that's the best, like, level to get iron. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm just going to go until I need... Oh, see? See? Look at that. I think I just need to like get my resources up a little bit more, and by that I think coal and iron are quite key, but I will also just do a little bit of a diamond strip mine. I always like, when I particularly like think of like YouTubers I used to watch, like say Syndicate, I always... Ooh, hello. Let's do that. But I always hated the... Oh, hello. Ow. Shit, Ollie, look at your health. Keep an eye on your health. Oh, iron and coal. Oh my god, look at all that! I think there must be an admin watching me. Right. Just light this up like it's dynamite. Oh, we might have hit a jackpot here. I just need to stay on my game in terms of food. Right. Let's get to you. You know what? I'll even take some copper. I will even take some copper. Well, good little vein here. Do-doom. Let me just catch up on the chat. I think Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer would do better. Not listening to Activision, sorry about... Don't worry about spelling, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Activision / Microsoft, actually, gotta remember they own them now. Just the direction they're trying to take it all just makes zero sense. And now they're doing the Call of Duty movie, which I'm just like, why? Do we really need that? Like, there's no point. Unless they're just going to do, like, Modern Warfare. Like, honestly, I will not lie. If they just took the Modern Warfare series, the OG Modern Warfare series, turn that into a movie, fine. I would much rather they do that than even try to attempt anything new. I don't think they have any passion for anything new. It's sad. Like, I would actually rather at this point that Call of Duty make a new IP. Like, I do not want to ever see a brand new, like, Black Ops or Modern Warfare game. I just want them to do something new, do something different, please. Like, if you want to do a Modern Warfare game or a Black Ops game every now and again, cool. But I do not need one every time. It's horrible. I don't even saw this for some reason. Bob Dylan has a Patreon page now. Haven't been able to pay for it yet, but apparently there's a lot of AI generate. What the fuck? See, you would expect someone like Bob Dylan would not be endorsing AI. Oh, goodness. I do find that weird. It's like Erica Badu. Like, she's this like super creative person, and yet will like post AI consistently. I don't know. AI is a very weird subject. Don't know how much I should really say about that, but I basically went to London the other day for a work thing, and the amount of stuff they were talking about related to AI and like the projects they've got going on related to AI is redonkulous. And I literally was like rolling my eyes during the meeting, and hopefully no one saw that, but like I just found it ridiculous. Like, one of the tasks they asked us to do as like an icebreaker task was to basically create AI images of ourselves, and then people had to guess who it was. And I did not do it. And guess what? No one even called me out on it. I just left it because I think it's stupid. And also, the person who's like our head of marketing, or at least interim head of marketing, she essentially just admitted to the fact like she just uses AI for everything now, and I'm just like, that's good to know. That's really great to know. It's ridiculous how much like people think AI is this amazing thing, but it's just not. It's sad. When was the COD movie announced? I think literally in the last like 2 days. Yeah, if you go on like the Call of Duty YouTube, if you just go on their thing, I think it's like it's got a date for like 2028 or something. Oh god, how am I gonna mine all of this? Go up. It's probably someone on his team running it, though. I doubt the 85-year-old Bob Dylan's running his own Patreon page and using AI on it. Yeah, honestly, even the fact that like someone like that even has a Patreon is kind of like how they figured that out. Then it is probably someone on his team who's just like, yeah, we'll just do this. It's an easy money hack, infinite money glitch. Let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up. How much have we got? Right, we've got 30 iron, that's pretty good, and we've got 23 coal, even better. Ooh, just miss out on that. Actually, it might just be worth trying to do this. Might give us an air bubble. And then it should make it easier to mine everything else. That didn't quite work, did it? I had so much more time to build or mine then, but I just did not take it. So if I just go here, there we go. Just so that you guys can see. That's the only reason I put that one there. Yeah, that'd be really odd if they did. They might. I know my partner's boss really likes Bob Dylan, but I doubt he's like subbed to the Patreon. I don't get how people can fully rely on AI. Like, did they cope its thing before? Sorry, it's like, no. Like, genuinely, I feel like that is a very valid point. Like, we went so long without AI, and people actually seemed capable of their job, and then AI came along, and it was like, take any shortcut you can using it. I won't lie, I do use it at times. I don't rely on it to do everything. But I'll be honest, what I use it for in terms of actually, like, doing stuff. Hang on. Where's that, like, glitch? We'll have it picked up. But what I do use AI for a lot at the moment, because it's such a tedious thing, is, like, cover letters for jobs. Now, that doesn't mean I'm using it to write like my cover letter. I have like a general cover letter that like sort of I've written myself, gone over everything that I do on it. However, it's just I use AI to basically go through and essentially like change the name of whoever it is I'm trying to like contact. So then that way it like says here's the company name and just swap it a bit easier. Just because it's a very tedious thing just trying to do like cover letters, especially when it's like you put so much time into doing like all the changes not to even get heard back from. And also the amount of companies who are just like using AI to just like make their job descriptions, I think it's only fair to be able to like apply using it. If you're going to be lazy, just making a job description using AI, then guess what? I'll do the same with my cover letter. I know this is such a really like long way of doing this, but it just makes it technically quicker. Come on. Yeah. I'm also I don't know what that phobia is, but even in this like small little ravine, I'm getting that like phobia feeling of like not knowing what's below you, like in like dark ocean. Like, what's that thing called? I've been getting TikTok recommendations of that like all the time, but it's one of those things where it's like, despite how like it makes me feel, I can't like not watch it. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, not knowing what's like gonna be there, not being able to see, and like, will there be like a giant shark that just comes out of it? I know that's not in Minecraft, but you know. There's a coal up there too. Oh, let's not fall down there. Parkour. His social media team hasn't even advertised that much. That's really odd. I don't know. That just sounds like, is it even his Patreon? Your dad says one of his co-workers always uses AI for work emails. Honestly, no offense to you. Well, actually, no, it's not your dad using it, is it? But like, that sort of generation of like dads, not saying your dad specifically, but like, there's a, like my, if you just heard something that sounded like a motorbike, by the way, that's just someone who like works in the business next door to me, and they probably just closed for the day. Was that a creeper? I really should not be testing fate right now, should I? Let's get away from here. But no, what I was trying to say is basically like my boss is kind of that like generation of those like sort of like dads who basically just like use AI for everything. Like, he's the center director of where I work, and he is literally using AI in every instance he can, and thinking it's like super funny and like how useful it is, not realizing how many mistakes it's making. And now my company, like, they've invested so much money into AI that they're now encouraging everyone to use it. And I'm just there, just like, why are we doing this? The AI bubble is about to burst, and it is not something you want to be investing in right now. Take a look at Disney. They put a lot of money into OpenAI, and they've just had to, like, end that deal because of the fact that copyright does not apply to it, or apply to AI anymore. So it's like, it's such a dumb thing to even be putting money into. Let's not fall down the... Every creeper just said, challenge accepted. Literally. I feel like a creeper will probably be the end of me on this world. Proceeds to turn around and there's a green thing. What's the time? Fucking hell, it's 11:45. I actually could catch a bit of WrestleMania. AI isn't even like the new hot thing anymore. It's just getting really stale. It's getting stale. Everyone who's like consumers do not like it. if you do use it, it makes you look really like bad. Like not like it makes you it's got a negative stigma to it, and I feel like there's so many people who are like, oh no, it's really good, or like they don't know how to like say create a graphic and can't be bothered to actually just like put their money into like hiring a good graphic designer, so they just go AI, and they don't realize that because of like I think I saw a post and it was basically of like Facebook groups who had like had very similar events and basically had like used AI to create like say I think it was like picnic in the park kind of vibe, and they had like created all these posters for it, and then someone basically found all these different posts and events on Facebook of people who'd used that AI concept, and it just showed how many of these like AI generated things look so similar. Obviously different because different details of like different times the event's taking place, but they all look so alike that it makes it not unique and not actually stand out. And also the content itself, I don't know how it does it, but it doesn't look normal, and it makes it like just horrible to look at. I don't know how it's done it, but it's really impressive that it's made itself look so bad. Like the bubble is bursting on AI, and I think it's just needs to be dropped. And the amount of money companies are losing on it is quite shocking. Like it's costing so much to run that it's almost not worth even investing in. And on top of like how people are like responding to it, that's not a good thing either. So I feel like companies are starting to come to a realization. But the company I work for, I feel like they're kind of like a bit behind on the trends. So they're kind of like getting stuck in their ways a bit. Alright, is sunrise about to happen? Oh bro, it's like dreamland. I hope I don't die because of this. Oh, that's a creeper. Sneak into the house, get a quick rest. Appreciate you guys, by the way, for like staying around. By the way, I know it's kind of like getting quite late. I might actually look to end stream soon. But we've made some really good progress tonight anyway. Oh my god, nearly a full stack. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Let's throw that in. I'll also, you know what, screw it, just for the XP more than anything, I'll just put that there. Put it up. Oh, creeper. Oh man. Headshot. Will we regret this shot? Probably. There we go. Target down. Hold up, wait a minute. I just use this as my sort of safety base at the moment. Oh, I just thought to do a Mania. I can't wait for Punk vs Reigns, but I don't know who I want to win. I like Roman, but Punk was one of the wrestlers I liked. Honestly, that's a good question. I think Roman might be winning. I think actually Roman's going to win and also Randy Orton are going to win. Because that segment between Cody Rhodes and Punk felt a bit like this might be the last chance we have to like have a moment together. So they just glazed each other. But nah. I think that'll probably be the outcome. I think it makes sense in terms of like what happens next. I think if you're gonna keep CM Punk and have him beat Roman, he needs to turn heel and like have some character development in that area rather than just the usual. Ain't it great to be here on a Monday night? Although I am interested to see what the draft's gonna be like this year. See how that goes. But what I also find interesting about wrestling at the moment is it's almost got like just a continuous ongoing draft because of AEW. Like AEW and WWE, like they're always doing a constant draft of like who they sign and everything like that, and it makes it more real. Whereas like the SmackDown Raw stuff kind of just felt a bit like whatever. Like it's not a real thing, it's predetermined in that aspect, whereas like the draft nowadays is more about like who actually is like a free agent on the market, and I find that so much more interesting just with the wider range of the wider world of wrestling. I love it. Gotta go, Ollie. Nice chatting with you tonight. No worries, Philly. Appreciate you coming in and sticking around as long as you have. I'll probably let's wrap up soon anyway. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours 35. Damn, son. Let's have a look down now. Do that. I'm gonna see if I can just fill this in. It only needs really filling in like that, so then that way it just like fills in all these gaps. Probably could have been a bit more efficient. Yeah, there we go. So in that way it just makes it look like there's a little bit more to it. Yeah, I really like this like little area. I love the sort of like style of it too. What we saying? I meant to say Punk was one of the first wrestlers I liked, and I loved him. Used to. Oh, this Fire Burns is a banger theme. Started watching 2007. You were watching before me. Weirdly, I don't think I had the same experience of watching wrestling as other people might have had. By that, what I mean is, I think a lot of people probably got into wrestling when they were, say, like a bit younger, like more of a kid. Whereas I got into wrestling probably at the age most people would be getting out of it, because that was around like 12, 13. But I just felt a real love for wrestling. Like, it's not always been perfect, but I think it's such an interesting... Like, I think I do have an interest in sports, but I've never like clicked with any like real sports in the sense of like football or anything. I think my issue that I find with it is like it can get boring quite quick, most sports, whereas with wrestling there's a really athletic side to it, but there's more stories to tell, there's more excitement to be had. Like, a show can be 4 hours long, but you get like several matches and a lot more out of it, and each match is so much different to the other one that it just kind of like makes it feel a bit more unique and special. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it's hard to say on that match, I'm not sure. I think Cody is definitely losing to Randy, particularly as they seemingly want to give McAfee more of a... I don't fucking know. But I think Roman and Punk is a harder one to say. But I'm excited to see what happens anyway. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, I think is going to be probably one to keep an eye on. Okie dokie. Right. I think what'll probably be a good thing for me to do at the moment, I've sort of topped up a bit on my resources. I think if we just end it with all iron stuff. So if I take that, lovely jubbly. I'm gonna have to craft a table and just basically do this. And then remove all of that. Although the boots probably aren't a bad one to keep wearing. But there we go, we should be a bit more protected. A bit more ready to go. Yeah. I'm just trying to think what else would be beneficial to do for this world. In terms of like what's the next step, I think probably trying to make a bit more of a farm. That would probably be kind of a good thing to do, and actually I will do a very quick thing for that. I am gonna be a bit cheeky here and go to the village and nab some of the stuff that I want. Just for, you know, ease. I think we will eventually go through that. I think that might be one of the next things to start looking at. Maybe going into the Nether at some point. Actually, maybe it's just worth trying to like build up to diamonds. I think diamonds are probably a useful thing to sort of go for. And trying to get enchantments. That might be the next best thing. Why have I come all the way here? I didn't need to go all the way here. Because I want fences. Did I just go past all the fences? Yeah, there's a little pen there. Never stopped watching. I just started to find other companies. I discovered AJ Styles in 2013. The rest in the chess room is cool. And Kenny in 2016. Honestly, yeah. I love that. Like, there's just so much to enjoy about wrestling. I love it. I love it. Right. Let me take you. Right, there's that. Let's take all this too. Don't mind me. Don't you mind me taking your hair? Hey ya, hey ya. Oh oh. Meow to you too. Right, let's start heading back to our home base. I think probably what's worth me doing, I don't know if, like, I like building stuff, so I don't know if it's worth me trying to, like, figure out some builds that we could do for this world. I think it would be good, again, if we can get, like, a record store over there, because I think, you know, the channel is about vinyl collecting, so being able to have a place that represents that, that'd be a nice little touch. But just, like, something in general would probably be quite good to add to it, too. This is the kind of, like, because of the island, I mean, a lighthouse could probably go quite hard over there. But yeah, just if you have any suggestions, feel free to throw them at me. But obviously, this is hardcore. I would like to try and achieve some extra bits on it. But we'll see. Let's go down here a second. Throw that lot in there. Go around the other side. I want this like kind of be my like ores and stuff. That can go there. And then iron can go there. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yep, that works. Oh. If you're gonna try and get music discs, be very careful, please. I will, don't you worry, sir. The only ones... How do you get all the music discs? Like, the main one I know is getting a creeper to... getting a skeleton to shoot a creeper. That's, like, the main one. But then the rest of it, isn't it just, like, you just find spawners? I don't know. I do not know, sir. Right. Let me have a gander at how I can do this next part. Because what I was thinking... You're right, lad. A bit shy over there. Yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking of doing. Basically just making this like its own like little secret farm section. I say secret, but it's pretty obvious. Just something like this. then just fill it out. I don't mind the fact that like mobs can like just get up here. It's just kind of like, more than anything, this is more of an aesthetic thing that I've got. So then you can kind of come down here and then kind of keep it all there. If I swap the gravel with an actual dirt thing. In terms of animals though, it'd be best to keep them on grass. Why are the sheep just volunteering here? Interesting. Interesting. He's a sheepish about the fence as you're putting down. He is. The sheep is being sheepish. Oh, he's stuck in there. Lol. What you gonna do? Wait, there are two of you. Aww. At least you're not alone. Not alone. I'm not afraid. Wait, I had boots this whole time. What the hell? What the hell, bro? What the hell? Boom. There we go. Awesome. Okay, right. What do I need? I should have what I need. I'll just create a stone hoe. Stone cold hoe! I didn't grab any of the other things I could have used. Now, do I keep the potatoes separate or just put them in there? I might just put them in there for now, just so then that way we can get a couple more. There's that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. And then no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, these rows can just be wheat, this row can just be potatoes. And then this row can just be able to walk down a bit easier. That's all that can be. Just because I am weird. There. Yeah. Like, see, I'm not really, like, bothered about whatever goes on here. I mean, maybe just to tie it up a bit nicer, we'll just do this. Like, it's really unnecessary. I would even just say, don't need both gates, I just need one. But yeah, you know, it just like keeps it a little separate, makes it a very obvious location for where some stuff is. And yeah, nothing too crazy. The zombies in the tree remind me of the ones in The Walking Dead where the tree... Oh my god, I actually know what you're on about that. It's been a while since I've watched The Walking Dead, honestly. Like, I think up to season 4 that show was peak, and then after that it just kind of like went on a bit of a downward spiral, and it was just one of those things where my dad used to watch it, and like I gave up on it and would just get occasional updates from him about what was going on in the show, and then just being like, can't believe that's happening. Alright. Obviously it would be good if we can get a bit of an animal farm going, however, I've created a bit of a pickle, as I don't really know where to put them all. Part of me's thinking over here. But I don't know. I don't know where to put them. You can hoe 4 blocks away from water to help the crops grow. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Good to know. You know what, I feel like I'm kind of hitting my limit in terms of what I do right now. Might be worth me kind of taking a bit of a break. Leaving the stream for now. We've made some good progress. We now have ourselves some more iron. We have a lot more iron. And I just put some of that in there. And put that in there. Then when we come back, we've got some food ready to go. Storage area looking nice and clean. Got it all set up the way we kind of need it to be. We just need to add in some more chests to it. And yeah, we've made good progress. Obviously, we've got our little like underwater viewing area. Probably should try and like get rid of that little bit. He's got a fishing rod. Hold up. Is that enchanted, mate? He didn't even drop it, did he? Nothing, bro. But that was a waste. But yeah, no, I mean, in terms of my little house, I'm pretty happy with it as a little, like, home base for now. It does what it does. We even now have ourselves a mini, just, like, farm, just doing its little thing. Obviously, the trees have gone a bit wild. It would probably be good to actually get a proper animal... Oh, the zombies are gone. A proper, like, animal farm going. How we do that, I'm not sure, just because of how the space is. Like, I would say, oh, just put them over here, but obviously it's on sand, which doesn't necessarily do great things for us. I think I need to go on a bit more of a spree with these trees, actually. I think there's a lot more than actually needed. Yeah. There. I'm not sure. Well, if this is bye for now, I hope to catch you next stream. Appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you coming into stream, Peep. It's been good chatting with you. I think I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do for next stream. Kind of leave a bit of a mental note for myself here. Part of me is thinking, would a bridge be cool? Would a bridge be nice to throw over to that island? Not sure. Not sure about that yet. Let's just do something like this. Just keep it nice and bright over here. What's my phone saying? Grumpy. There we go. Just keeps that nice and bright. And let's also just brighten this one up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. It would be good to get an animal farm going, I think. I think that'll probably be quite beneficial to us. I'm not sure whereabouts to put it. I want it to be kind of close by, so I don't need to go super far for it. But with the way this island's kind of like laid itself out, I mean, over here would probably be a decent spot. I just need to like get rid of some of the trees, or even just include the trees into it. Again, more resources would probably be good to sort of like get ourselves. Yeah, I'm not sure what else would be essential, but we got a good start. We got a good thing going. Obviously, it's hardcore. and I'm trying to play it a bit safe at the moment. I would like to add in some more builds, so I might try and like go away and figure out what to do on that sort of side of things. But for now, everyone, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. If you did, thank you for watching this on demand. If like you weren't here for the live stream, how did you make it this far? If you did do that, I don't know. And yeah, and anyway, I've been Ollie, and I shall see you, or the Veg Vinyl guy, and I shall see you in my next video, probably. That's probably going to be a next thing. So yeah, ta-ta! And end the broadcast.